Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to
Woo!
the first episode of Laravel Portugal spoken in English. Are you guys excited?
Woohoo! Yay!
Hello
Uh,
world.
so I'm here today with my buddies José Postiga and João Patricio,
Hi.
and we have decided to make this podcast in English, at least this episode, just to make sure and to get some feedback of yours. So far, we have been done these episodes in Portuguese, but I actually have some demand to start doing it in English. So let's make one episode in English and let's see how it goes. All right. So don't hesitate. Give us some feedback. It's the last episode actually have been in 25 November. So 3 months ago. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
Long time.
Yeah, I think people are busy and it's actually understandable. We have a lot of topics to cover today, so I propose we get started. And the first topic is LaraCon Online. And you guys have been there?
Yep,
Yeah, I
sure.
watched it.
All
I
right.
watched it live in the office.
All the conference?
At least until 8 p.m. Then I had to go. So I'm still watching the rest of the videos.
All right. And to be honest, I have watched the morning, at least on live. I have saw the freak, his sorcery stuff, let's say, which is pretty cool. The WebSockets thing from Marcel. And I checked the episodes, not on live, at the end of the day. Have you watched it, João?
Well, while I was at work, I was like multitasking, trying to listen to it.
Yeah,
But really, I have to go through them all again. So that's it.
All right. I think Taylor have made a great presentation, though. I really like when he enters. Yeah, when he enters in this mode of actually showing the core of the framework and the new features while doing some live code. I really appreciate it, to be honest.
Oh wow, great!
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
All right. So we also have Laravel 5.8, which is out since 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, which is pretty cool. You have some interesting features. Let's walk through them. So let's just open on Laravel News, Laravel 5.8. So first of all, what is your favorite feature on this release?
Well, I think I have two.
All right.
That spotted my interest. Finally, there's the new relationship. The has one through. That one
Okay.
is missing for some time.
Mhm.
So and the auto discovery of model policies. That one is like,
Oh, yeah.
God, why it wasn't on the framework earlier?
Yeah. To be honest, I really like that Laravel enforces some conventions. Like auto-discovering is something that I really like while using frameworks, right? Because I think most of the people know exactly what the policies is right now because they are enforced by the framework. So it's something really cool.
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure. I think that the policies are the least known feature of Laravel. I think.
All right.
And they are really great and to control access to some model actions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. I just wanted to say that about it.
All right.
Because before I started to work with the model policies, I used the Spati package for the
Laravel permission.
Yeah, that one, Laravel permission.
Yeah, great. Use it.
Yeah. I even add some functionality to it. So, but I never got too deep about the model policies, but they are really nice feature on the framework. Really great.
All right. And we also have something that comes to my mind is the cache TTL changes, which is something to go to actually obey to the interface PSR16. So for those who don't know, PSR16 is an interface for cache drivers.
Yeah.
And the problem was the interface demands value in seconds, and Laravel was using minutes. So now the Laravel cache drivers now actually respect PSR 16, which is pretty cool. Another great feature. So I'm actually happy about it, and I have updated all my packages to respect it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice to follow the conventions as much as possible because it makes our code be less coupled with a specific framework, and
Exactly.
you can to port it. So
Sure.
and that's something that I think not so many developers, or at least I don't notice it. Those developers who bash against the framework, I think they're unaware of how much work Taylor and all the other people that work in the core of the framework to make it friendly to use decoupled code. I'm saying it correctly, because they all think that Laravel enforces you to do things their way, which is totally utterly not true. So, but to pick on this particular change on the Laravel 5.8, the PSR 16 cache compliance, they do comply with PSR 16 too, but to ease the change, they even let us use the Carbon instance, the now and that seconds, and they change it, which is like that it's another one of those little details that helps a lot. I think people are unaware of the work and the heart and the sweat that they put to this. Kind of sad.
It's true that Laravel tries to be PSR compliant, so they can actually your code is compatible with other frameworks. But at the same time, you also leverage of some really cool methods that allows you to have beautiful code at the same time, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite one has to be the blade file mapping. That actually I don't use debug a lot, but it's nice to see that now we can easily debug blade views.
Because, all right.
Yeah. So now with the comment at the top of the file that locates the cached blade, the PHP, exactly PHP file. So it allows for Xdebug to work on it. So that's cool.
Nice. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, me neither.
Not to that level. I knew that it added a new comment at the top of the processed blade files, I think, so that we know where the blade file is on system. But I didn't know that it's with Xdebug and something.
So now you can put a breakpoint on your view file, so it's great.
Nice.
Whoa, that's huge, actually. I didn't actually understood what you were talking about, but you can actually put a breakpoint on Blade?
Exactly.
All right. So, but I thought that actually, Blade was actually compiled to a PHP file, actually. Yeah.
Exactly, and exactly now that file they are connected now, so that the IDE knows how to operate.
Whoa, that's huge. Thanks to the guy who have contributed to that.
Yeah,
sure.
It's actually huge. All right, all good. Another thing which is out, so it's Laravel 0. As you know, Laravel 0 is a micro framework for console applications based on Laravel, and is out, Laravel 0 5.8. To give you the context, I'm going to actually share to you an article about the Laravel 0 new features on the comment section. There we go. I do have two new features on Laravel 0 5.8. And the first one is actually the self-update command, which is pretty cool. And what it does is basically when you have put your application into a FAR file, so Laravel 0 can actually put all the application into a single file, so you can distribute your project easily. But something that you can do now is actually add a self-update command so people can update their apps really easily, which was a contribution from the community. So I'd like to say thank you to the community for this feature. And the second feature was allows the readability of a .env of those single file applications. So previously, actually, if you had a single file with all your application, considering the console thing, there wasn't no way of actually having a dot file near to that file to be able to read the environment variables. So what you can do now is actually put a single file, .env, where you can read the credentials as usual, right? That's actually a contribution from João Patricio, I think, right?
Yes, that's it.
Which is the new maintainer of Laravel 0.
Nah, it's still yours. I'm just trying to make more open source, and that's it.
Thank you a lot.
Not official.
To be honest, I think people that were using Laravel 0 in production, they really thank you for that feature because it's really useful.
Yeah, it does overload, so it will replace. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I've shared the article in the section of comments. So if you want to take a look about what is new on Laravel 0, you can check it on the article. All right. We want to talk today. We want to talk about a few new packages from the community. The first one is Laravel WebSockets from Spassy and Behind the Code. Jose, have you played with this package or
not yet? But that's sparked my interest.
All right. João, have you played with it?
Still not. Also on the list. So upcoming things to do.
But have you tried, Mono?
Oh, I don't try, but I know what it is. So I think I can explain it. So basically, previously, if you want to have WebSockets in your application, you had to use something like Scikit-io, or actually you need to search another alternative in not using PHP, which is something that we always don't like, right? When you want to have WebSockets, not WebSockets, but something in your application, I think everyone prefers using plain PHP, right? At least I do prefer it. So what Spassy guys and Behind the Code have figured it out is actually you can use WebSockets written on PHP in your application. So they have made a package called Laravel WebSockets, which I'm going to share in the comments, which you can install using Composer. All right. And later you do PHP artisan WebSockets serve, and everything will work as expected, right? We'll have a WebSocket available. You don't need to use Node, and we'll use only the power of PHP to have WebSockets in your application. I think, to be honest, is huge. Nobody likes to use like a GS server to provide some WebSockets, so it's really cool that
that's not true, but that's not entirely true. I mean, JavaScript is great.
I think for some of us, we don't like to get out of the PHP comfortability, let's say. Right?
Yeah, but by all means, it's great. And from the tests, if I remember correctly, 2 gigabytes of RAM droplet was able to serve 60,000 concurrent users.
All right.
So it's quite impressive.
All right, because you are talking about
the solution from Freek and Marcel.
All right. You are talking about that because there is some concerns about having WebSockets in PHP in production.
Yeah, long-running processes on PHP. It's not what it was born to do. So there are some counterparts, or not. It's not the best, but we're getting there.
Okay. We also have Laravel Accountant, which is a package made by Garcia, which is a normal host of our podcast. He's not here today. So first of all, some of you know what Laravel Accountant is?
Yeah, I think it's not the new package to control model events, like see what changes have been made to your models. Yeah, I think it's that.
Yeah,
I'm reading a little bit. He had other package to do that, right?
Yeah, I think he had a previous
one. It's a new and improved one.
Trying to remember the name, but yes, he's surely has.
Yeah, it was Laravel whatever, right? But
Yeah, Laravel whatever. I think that's the name exactly. Laravel whatever.
Does that package exist already?
No. Serious. I think the package was. I'm gonna search Laravel Garcia on Google actually.
No, it was not on his account. I think it was
in all
ONIT Consulting. Oh, how was that?
Whatever.
All right, all good. I can't remember what I meant.
Yeah, Laravel auditing.
Auditing. That's right.
ONIT Laravel auditing.
Exactly. So I do think that the Laravel accountant is basically a new built from scratch version of that package, which supports more features. So I'm going to share the link on the comments, and you guys should definitely check it out.
Yeah, it was featured in the Laravel news.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Thanks for the Laravel news for featuring Portuguese people.
Yeah, those guys are on top of almost everything that happens in the community. It's amazing.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool.
All right. And we do have Laravel Scout Extended, which was built by Algolia and me. So Laravel Scout Extended is basically Laravel Scout with unique features of Algolia. So for those who don't know, Laravel Scout is kind of agnostic solution of searching. So which means that you can use actually Elasticsearch, Algolia, and any other drivers to perform search in your application. And what Algolia and I have noticed is actually some of the most powerful features of Algolia are not available on Laravel Scout. So we have built Scout Extended, which is Scout with more features. But the only thing that is not that good is that you are actually coupled to Algolia, which means you cannot change driver.
Yeah.
So
maybe could you please elaborate, maybe for people at home who are not familiar with this? How does Algolia search in my application or in my database? Do I have to do some work? What does it have to happen? So to enlighten things up for people who might be wondering.
Yeah. So basically, everything will work as expected concerning, just like Laravel Scout, basically. So on Laravel Scout, what you do is actually you perform a composer required Laravel Scout. And with Algolia Scout Extended, you do the same thing. You type composer required Algolia Scout Extended. And then you launch Scout Import, which is the same thing for Laravel Scout and Scout Extended. So the only thing which is different is that you actually will have more artisan commands.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can actually configure the settings of Algolia using artisan. You can re-import with zero downtime using the artisan command as well. So
is it free? Can people just use it? Is there any free tier? So people can try it out?
That's a great question. So actually, I do believe that some people believe that Algolia is actually a paid product, which it is, but we do have a free plan. So I'm gonna make sure that I want to share with you the link for the free plan. But yeah, we do have a free plan, and we also have a better free plan for open source. All right. Not talking about
that's good for people to start knowing more like me. I'm not.
Yeah, very cool. I'm going to share the link here. So here on the sign up, you can assign for a free account at Algolia, and you can have a blazing fast search experience in your blog if you want.
Be sure to try it out.
Yep. And now I want to talk about the Bronzer Shot package, which is a package that João have been using, right?
Yes, lifesaver.
And why is that, brother?
Yeah. Well, because for generating PDFs, I was struggling with different libraries like TC PDF, MPDF, DOM PDF, the great players of this. There was one that was allowing to style with HTML, but not CSS3, not all compliant. And the Browser Shot came to the rescue. I've seen it around in Twitter and so on. And finally reminded a use case for it. and it was amazing. I could define margins, a header and footer to appear. Oh, so this was like in a sports event. I had to extract rankings from several events. So it was like 60 pages of different events and athletes and stuff. So I could keep the same header and footer. There are like injected content like page number, total pages. If you have a table element, HTML table element, and it splits to another page, it will automatically repeat the headers.
All right.
So under the hood, it's Puppeteer running Chrome and through DevTools. And well, be sure to check it out. It's an amazing solution.
Yeah, just to make it clear, it's actually Spatie browser shot?
Yeah, Spatie.
All right.
Spatie/browser shots.
Okay. So since I understood, it's actually a package to generate PDF, but actually it has an amazing API, right?
Yeah, not only PDF, also images.
All right.
And you can interact, wait for this event to happen. You can put, it's amazing. It's immense, the possibilities. They are immense.
Okay. Yeah, I'm checking the README right now. It seems really cool, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, also from a LaRecipe, the documentation generator in Laravel. I was also easily possible to make PDF from this. Also, I was also thinking to do the same with Jigsaw docs.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see future work, but it's amazing browser shot. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Freak and Spatie.
As usual.
For your amazing work.
As usual. So we do have 2 video courses that are actually out. And one is called PHP Package Development by Laravel Portugal. And first of all, some of you have bought it, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen PHP package development course.
Okay, all of it? All of it?
All of it.
Okay, can you share your feedback?
Awesome.
Still haven't started, but I do believe it's awesome.
All right.
Awesome. Marcel takes the time to explain all these steps to create how to create a package for PHP and how to distribute it. It's really the videos are very short. It's very much like the Laracast videos. They are very short. They are very concise, but they are pretty objective, and you can easily watch them all in like, I don't know, I think in an afternoon if you want it. So there are not a lot of episodes, but all the information you need to start developing packages are there. And he has the one where he develops his package. I can't remember the name right now. From the last one that he launched.
It's basically the Pro, right?
Yes, that's the Pro. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really nice to see. He talk about the test workbench. I think that's the name to incorporate Laravel functionality into your package so you can develop it.
Okay.
About it, how to, all those questions you have, like how can I test my package with the Laravel framework, the integration, without putting my package in a Laravel application, only developing the. So it's really nice, a very well done job.
Okay.
So and I can't wait to buy the other course from him. The
apparently the next one will be free.
And another one. I don't think he has talked about it. He's saying he's developing a new one.
Oh, you mean the subject?
Yeah, the subject.
Yeah, the subject. I think it's confidential for now.
That's nice. Confidential.
It will be added to the people who already bought. Yeah, it will be.
Will be for free actually.
For free, not free for everyone, but free for purchase first. Yeah.
No.
I think
this one is for free. Yeah, but so we don't know yet the title of the course.
It's all right.
But will be a free course since I saw on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And we also have Laravel Core Adventures from Christoph Rempel, which is a friend of mine.
Christoph.
have you saw a Laravel Core Adventures?
Sure.
Can you make, what is the subject?
Well, it starts from, the subject is to deep dive how the Laravel core works. So under the hood for, I don't know if you are just used to making your route controllers and using, if you are not used to go inside the vendor directory and explore yourself, is doing that for you, explaining everything step by step, and it's a must watch.
Okay.
It's free?
It's free.
I would say it's surprisingly free.
Surprisingly free.
Yeah. Because I think for the quality of the content, I do think he could throw like $50 on it. It's my opinion.
For sure.
But Laravel Core Adventures.
It kind of reminds. Sorry to interrupt you. It kind of reminds me when Mohammed used to write some articles about the Laravel Core, right?
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
I think it's
diving Laravel. Yeah.
Yeah, diving Laravel. Yeah, I think
that's in a blog format. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a blog format.
Yeah.
Also cool.
Yeah, so I think that both are great source of diving into the core of Laravel. Do not hesitate to check it out.
It's amazing how much the community works for the community. It's like I'm just watching the 9-minute video, 5 minutes video. It's like they took a lot longer to develop, to work, and
4 or 5 times more.
Yeah, and it's just here free. So
it's amazing.
Show me another community that does this.
Well, I don't know, but I do know this one is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Not any flame war.
No, but for sure there are Laravel ecosystem in a general way, it's amazing. But I think we are a little bit opinionated if we just look one side. Yeah, for sure there are more. Of
course,
there is more world, but Laravel is an amazing one. Yeah, for sure.
I think I would say we do have some people in the Laravel community that are also content creators. And content creators that are actually on Laravel, I think they are unique because they mix marketing and some talent as well, I would say, which make us different from other communities. That's my opinion, right? But I also think the JavaScript community, which is way bigger than the Laravel one, because that's not kind of framework segmented, let's say. They also have really great content creators, right? As was and those monsters, right?
Yeah, sure, for sure. I'll be sure to check these videos out.
Yeah, and I would like to say as well that I will be launching my premium video course, which is Writing Effective PHP. I'm going to share on the comments below. So Writing Effective PHP will be a video course that I'm going to launch this year without any specific date, even though everyone asks me the same question. So Writing Effective PHP will be a 3-4 hours video course where I'm going to give you a set of tips that if you follow them, they will get you in the habit of writing good code. So as I said, I don't have a specific date, but subscribe if you want to get notified when the course is out.
Bro, I'm already subscribed.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks very promising. No.
Thank you. João, I want to ask you some questions about TurboLink, Livewire, and Spy, right?
Spy-fi?
Yeah, this is the wording? I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yes.
Spy-fi, it's like a term that Caleb Porzio used once, and I just stick with it, so that's why I talked to you about it.
Okay.
So basically, it's a technique when, like in my work in the big production application, it's immense, it's huge, yeah. So I'm not making an SPA, but also I don't want to make a server-rendered application with form submissions and so on. So I started from a point like mounting view components on a page and going Ajax from there, and then you can change to another page. So from this, I evolved with this amazing community for this spyify. It means like you go to a page, and from there you have view router inside.
Changing all right.
Okay, so everything. So you can have like view routing inside a route, and you change page to another page, and then you have view routing again.
Okay.
You can have the full-blown view router and Vuex inside one page, and another complete different new DOM in another one.
Okay.
And as I'm pushing this pattern more and more to production, there are some few guys pushing on to new techniques, and so these are the ones. Jonathan Reining with the client-side rendering, and Livewire from Caleb Porzio, and I'm super excited to see both.
Yeah, Livewire, man. The first time I saw Caleb Porzio talk about it in the short videos he launched, it was like...
Yeah. Mind-blowing, yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Have you seen the... Oh, sorry, go Nuno.
No, just to help you, those at home, just like me, that doesn't like... Because for me, for example, I don't understand shit about front-end. But... all right? But to make people understand, this is all about using, at least Livewire from Caleb, it's all about using PHP as a front-end language, right? Let's say.
Yeah, you can build interactive UI interfaces just with PHP.
Okay, so
that's the selling point.
All right. So with Vue, for example, you can build an interactive web page.
UI?
A UI. So with Livewire, it's actually the same thing, right? But written on PHP.
Yeah. With WebSockets.
PHP
now
classes.
It's pushing to Ajax. Yeah.
Okay, it's pushing to Ajax. Serious?
No. It means like he has discussed this he's releasing a newsletter. You should subscribe.
Okay.
Also, there is an episode on Full Stack Radio, speaking with Adam, where it's the deepest architecture that I've seen speaking about.
Okay.
And there are caveats to using PHP as a WebSocket. So, you have a class, a Livewire component, a PHP class, that has public properties. So you have a long-running process, PHP, keeping this state. So this is like you have your view data where you have your reactive state, where you can so it updates the DOM on changes, and basically it's the same but on PHP.
All right.
And I think what I got from the conversation, so also not only from a WebSocket point of view, there is also Ajax to overcome the scalability issue.
Oh, you mean that you can actually probably have the two approaches if you want to. That's it?
Exactly. He's like fiddling around and he's doing experiments.
Okay.
So it's all state about being encrypted server-side, put on the DOM, and then goes up again so he's able to rehydrate again on the back end.
I see. All right.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see this. Also, I don't want to lose Vue, but Vue is amazing. But it's cool
it's
to
amazing,
see
but
new
PHP
stuff.
is better, I'd say, right?
Oh, it's not, man. You have to see more. You have to see more stuff.
Okay. So I think we need to bring Caleb aboard to an episode, right? Just talk about this.
We need
sure.
to make him talk about it.
Just seems a great topic, right?
For sure.
He's been a little reserved about this.
Also Reining, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Jonathan Reining.
All right. Can you just tell me what is the difference between Livewire and the approach that Reining is taking?
Well, the approach by Reining, it's similar to TurboLinks.
All right, which is?
which is you change, without refreshing a new DOM, you change its content with Ajax requests. So it gives you the feeling of being an SPA, but it's not.
I'm smiling because I'm remembering like 10 years ago, I remember to use PJAX. Do you guys remember that?
PJAX.
And now, 10 years after,
know from the name.
we are coming to those things again, right?
We never left them, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No. I'm not saying something is wrong with it.
Yeah.
I just find it funny, right? I just find it funny.
You should, after finishing your writing effective PHP, you should definitely trying some front end stuff.
All right.
I would like to.
Okay. I may start actually a JavaScript project next quarter at Algolia, to be honest. So.
Oh, great!
It might
server
be
side.
Server side, yeah. Server side though. Yeah. But let's see how it goes. Can one of you give me some updates in refactoring UI? Have you guys bought it or?
No, I haven't.
João is on fire. Can you tell us?
João, go.
Can you tell us about it?
No, please let.
No, talk about it.
Okay. So what is refactoring UI and what have you gotten from this book?
So refactoring UI is a book with lots of actionable content to teach you about design and the decision makings that typically a developer is not aware. When you are like a full stack developer, it depends on your job and tasks. Okay. But it makes you really self-aware to stuff like spacing, alignment, when to use this or that. So how can I explain it without going deeper? It's like an awesome design resource for developers.
All right.
Not only, but also, yeah.
Okay. So since I understood, it's kind of design content for developers like me, right?
Exactly. You are a developer, you don't know about design, it's a perfect way to start.
All right.
And so this was coming before Tailwind CSS.
Okay.
Hitting the version 1.0. Right now, today, released beta version for us to try it out.
Okay, and those examples are actually built with Tailwind, or?
Oh, no, it's all about design. No.
Oh, okay.
Not specific.
Not framework.
Okay, so they actually talk about padding instead of calling classes of padding or whatever, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
The only thing I know also about refactoring UI are the posts that Adam and Steve put on Twitter. It's like little cues about details on your design and some decisions you can make to improve your UI.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
And on me, it had instant effect.
Okay, cool. I actually have a story about you to talk to the community here. So, so basically, I was in India 2 weeks ago, and
great! Tell us.
Yeah,
tell us all.
Tell us about it. How was it?
Yeah.
So, okay, first I'm going to tell you the funny story, and then I'm going to tell you an even better funny story about India, all right?
Okay.
So the funny story about João, actually in India, I was invited to talk about writing effective PHP, which is a normal talk, but I wanted in this talk, at the end, launch my premium video course. And the thing is, I didn't have my page ready. Basically, I had like the back end working, but I didn't have the front end working. You know what I mean? So having a beautiful page and everything. I kind of had the content, but I needed a designer. So what happened was I called João and I said, "Hey João, I need a page for 2 hours from now."
Yeah, by the way.
And João was like a really front end developer because he have written the book Refactoring the UI. So he was reading, like telling me stuff like give some air on the top and some space at the left and what the fuck. And I was like, whoa. It was super funny, to be honest. So congratulations, João, that you have improved so much concerning the designer and
Thank you.
You seem a really full stack developer now. So about India.
And about India, yeah.
So India, I have been there. I was there 2 weeks ago with Christoph Rumpel and Freak, and it was really, really an amazing experience. So what was cool about this experience was people in India were really kind to us. So they are really kind to us. They made us eat the food, local food. We had really good conversations with the community out there. So we really had good moments over there. Something to me that was kind of a shock was a cultural shock of visiting a different country, which is nothing related to Europe, for example. Over there, you really see people starving, for example, So it was some kind of a cultural shock. But at the end of the day, the result was really amazing. And I can't wait for the next year, to be honest. So next year, I'm going to submit a talk again, 100% sure.
Oh, great.
Yeah. It was, to be honest, it was one of the best conferences I have been in my entire career.
Did you do anything out of usual?
No. All right, there is a video on YouTube or whatever. It's not me, right?
No, it's not you.
It's not
just stunt art.
It's your cousin. It's your long-term cousin.
It's just Christoph and Freak and something look-alike me, but not me, all right?
Yeah, so crazy. That was amazing.
All good, all good. And one last topic of the day is arrow functions on PHP.
Yeah.
Whoa! I'm not that excited, to be honest. No, but tell me all your excitement about this if you guys want to.
I don't.
All right, so but
I'm just kidding. I'm not particularly excited. I am aware that this was one of those functionality that was most requested, or at least requested by a lot of people in the community to reduce, probably just to reduce line of codes for simple functions, so they can make more one-liners.
All right, so it's kind of syntax sugar for an array map, right?
Yeah, of course. Just syntax sugar, just like on code, because it can just help the readability. I don't think. I think it does
for an array map. That's I'm not following because it's like a closure, yeah. It's a new way to write closures. Or am I wrong?
No, it's not just for an. I'm not sure. No, it's not
for the array map.
It's not specifically for the array map, but it's those
kind
of functions that you just
define closures, and you can make instant returns if it's just a one-liner.
So
it will attach the scope, so you will not need to use external functions. So you have access to the outer scope. So yeah, you will not achieve anything. I don't know. You could do. From what I've read, you will not gain extra new functionalities.
Okay.
But it will be shorter, more concise, and I think, at least I speak for me. I'm a fan of helpers and readability and all of that. So
yeah, I think
for me, it's a win.
Yeah, and also for people that coming from JavaScript, they will definitely enjoy this new feature, which is coming out for PHP 7.4, right?
Yeah, for 7.
I don't know still if it's approved.
Not approved, but
for
the
7.4.
target version is to PHP 7.4. So.
Okay.
You will still have to write FN, I think. It will not be just like the JavaScript, just the parentheses.
The parentheses, all right.
Yeah, there is the explanation. I can't quite remember, but I think it will be a great addition.
Yeah, I'm with Freak about this. He's commenting on this video. Yeah, it's like the short array syntax. I can agree with that. Once you see it, you can't imagine go back. So.
Okay, so it's actually great that Nikita, Nikita is the name of it, right? The guy who is behind all these new efforts on the language.
There are 3: Nikita, Levi, and Bob. They're the 3 authors of this RFC.
Okay. Nikita is actually joined JetBrains, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Join the JetBrains to work. I think in PHP Storm. I can.
It's more cool stuff coming on soon.
Yeah. Since he's working with PHP, I think everyone are grateful for that, right?
Yeah, I gotta say these guys deserve a lot of our appreciation because they are pushing PHP like crazy. So they're making the language a lot better than, I don't know, like 5 years ago. It changed completely.
All right, so we are out of topics for today. This was our first episode in English. Please do share some feedback and some love on Twitter if you want to see more episodes in English. Otherwise, we are going to change back to Portuguese again. Are we clear?
Maybe you want to try French?
Let's do it in French. Bonjour, comment ça va?
Je ne sais pas parler français.
Je ne sais pas parler français.
Idea what I thought.
Yeah, so if you like it, if you want to see more, all right, stay in English. I'm seeing some comments, some love over there. So also share.
Who knows? This pushes us to make more frequent episodes from now on.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
All right, if you want, now for serious, if you want to keep up having this podcast in English, just share that love with you, with us guys, because we really appreciate that you guys are actually enjoying it, watching us in English. All right, so I think, guys, see you next episode.
See you
next episode. Bye.
Bye.